Okay, so this is our first syllabus oriented class. That is first topic is bioinformatics and overview. First of all, definition. Simply we can say it is a interdisciplinary field. It is a collaboration of biology and information technology. Okay. So, otherwise, the bioinformatics is a use of information technology in biotechnology, either biotechnology or we can say overall biology, for data storage, data warehousing, analyzing, retrieving. Okay. The data is nothing but the DNA, RNA or protein sequence or structure, maybe a plasmids. Also, the bioinformatics is a field of or we can say the bioinformatics is a field of science in which biology, computer science and information technology merge into single discipline. Already I told it is a collaborative field, especially biology and information technology. Which means the information through the information technology we can assess or retrieve or manipulate the biological data or store the biological data. Another definition is managing and analyzing biological data using advanced computer tools, that may be BLAST, FASTA, ClustalW, EMBOSS, BioPearl, like that. When we are talking about molecular bioinformatics, it involves the use of computational tools to discover new informations. We are using computational tools. For example, molecular bioinformatics means another sequencing of DNA or protein. The sequence used to identify the organism, or we can compare the newly sequenced DNA with database sequence. Database means it is a database or data bank. Database or data bank, bioinformatics database, which consists of huge amount of data which was stored by academicians, research scholars, researchers, scientists. Even students can also store the data in data banks. If you are isolate the DNA from a particular plant or animals, then we can go for multiply the sequence through PCR, then go for sequencer for sequencing the DNA, then we can store the data, sequenced data into data banks. Next, term bioinformatics. The term bioinformatics is coined by Paulian. He is a Dutch theoretical biologist. He coined the name along with Ben Hesper in 1978. Most probably the data in the form of DNA, RNA, protein. Sometimes it was in structure format. Structure may be 1D, 2D or 3D structure, that may be derived from microarray or electrophoretic techniques, X-ray crystallography, mass spectroscopy, like that. Okay. Next, current research in bioinformatics. First of all, genomics. In genomics, you are sequencing and compare the A sequence, and after the sequencing you are comparative study of genomes to identify gene and genome functionality. Proteomics also same as identification and characterization of protein related properties. When we are talking about the application of bioinformatics, it has huge scope. For example, development of drugs. Without spending much money, we can develop the drugs through bioinformatics tools. Because we are doing bioinformatics oriented drug development in a computer, that means another dry lab. Okay, so we no need to spend much money. We need a internet facility and some tools or softwares with a laptop or desktop computer. That's more than enough to start a development of drugs or research in bioinformatics. After the successful development of drugs only, we can go for wet lab. Next, major branches of bioinformatics: genomics, proteomics, computer aided drug designing, biodatabase and data mining, molecular phylogenetics, microarray informatics, system biology, etc. Next, bioinformatics used in number of fields like gene therapy, drug development, antibiotic resistance, evolutionary studies, molecular medicines, biotechnology, waste clean, forensic analysis, bioweapon, veterinary science. Next, origin of bioinformatics and biological database. Very first, in 1956, the first protein sequence was sequenced. It's a bovine albumin which consists of 51 residues. Then later, the first nucleic acid sequence, that is yeast tRNA alanine, which consists of 77 base pairs. Later, in 1966, Dayhoff gathered all the available information, that means available data, and stored or presented in a single book, that is called Atlas of Protein Sequence. He converted the data into book. That is a conventional method. It was in 1965. Atlas of Protein Sequence and Structure. Only protein sequence and structure. Remember that. Okay. Next, in later 1972, the Protein Data Bank or PDB was developed. Later in SwissProt, it's a protein sequence data bank. It's a Switzerland based protein sequence data bank. That's for that only it was named as SwissProt. Prot from protein. That was started in 1987. Next, database. Database is any collection of any data which was stored in computer, either structure format or sequence format. Next, need for biological database. Yes, huge need, especially the exponential growth of growth in biological data. Day by day, the biological data are grown. Every year it get doubled. That's why there is a need of biological database or data bank, especially online data bank. We cannot publish the huge amount of data in a book. For example, if we are trying to publish a book, it takes at least 6 months. So every day scientists produce a retrieve or sequence a new data. So it may possible to dump a huge amount of data if you are go for conventional method of storage, that means book. So the biological database very much needed, one thing. Also we can directly, for advantage, we can directly submit the data into database. For that it has tools, bioinformatics tools, huge amount of online publicly available free tools. Anyone can submit the, even you can also submit the new data into data banks. Next, biological data are stored in sequence or structured data bank. This is the major format to store the sequence. Either if it is a sequence, the sequence may be another protein, nucleic acids or peptides, the fragmented peptides. Okay. Next one, structures. Structure may be a protein, nucleic acid structures, ligand structures, that may be includes, the ligands may be metabolites and drugs, and finally peptides. Simply we can, the biological data consists of either sequence or structure database. Next, this is the three major data banks. That is first one, NCBI. In NCBI, the NCBI is maintaining a data banks, that is GenBank, GEN. You can remember the name. From the gene, it's a gene bank. Okay. From that E only removed. Okay. GenBank without E. Okay. GEN bank. Next one, EBI. The NCBI means another National Center for Biotechnological Information. It's a website www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. You should remember, okay, at least these three, not three, I will give one or two more websites, okay, later. At least you should remember the data bank web address, okay. That you need both in theory and practical. Okay. Next, ABI, European Bioinformatical Institute. Okay. It was maintained a data banks called EMBL, European Molecular Biological Laboratory. EBI maintained EMBL. Okay. European Molecular Biological Laboratory. Okay. Next, third one is DDBJ, DNA Data Bank of Japan. Okay, this is a website for DDBJ. Next, sequence format. Already shown in the, I think shown in the last class. Each and every data bank has its own sequence format. Okay. For example, GenBank has different sequence format. DDBJ has different sequence format, like that. Okay. This is the FASTA format sequence. Very few data banks only has another FASTA format sequence, but at the same time they have a conversion within the data bank. by a single click we can convert the FASTA format sequence into GenBank format into sequence format. You can think for what purpose we need to convert the FASTA format sequence GenBank format to FASTA format sequence. There is a need because the only acceptable format is FASTA format, accepted by tools. All the majority of the bioinformatic tools accept FASTA format sequence. So, without error, if you need to get results, you need before go for analyze, you need to convert the FASTA sequence into FASTA format sequence. By just a single click, you can convert the sequence. Okay, no need to worry. It's a very simple practical. Next, bioinformatics tools. So, okay, what's the need for bioinformatics tools? Bioinformatics tools used to save the data, retrieve, that means extract the stored data. Next, analyze. You need to compare the data into available data. For example, if you are extract a DNA and go for a sequencer, after sequencing you have a sequence of particular protein or peptide or nucleotide or RNA or DNA, anything. So, you don't know whether the extracted sequence is already available or not. Also whether it is similar to any other organism. In that case, you can analyze the unknown sequence, that is unknown sequence against data bank sequence. Within a seconds, you can get result. Okay. If you are going manual analysis, it takes years. So, bioinformatics tools used for time consuming, also without error it produce result, because computers usually never make mistake. You can think the computer is made by human, but how can the computer never make mistake? Human also never make mistake. They make mistake only when they feel tired, because computers has no feelings, hungry, anything. But at the same time, human has feel hungry or boring. If they doing repeated work, they feel boring. When they get bored, they did some mistake. In that case, computer never make mistake. Okay. So, we are depend the computers in many cases. Okay. Also, the bioinformatics tools can be used to identify similarities, whether the new sequence is similar to new or novel sequence or query sequence, or input sequence or unknown sequence is similar to data bank sequence. Okay. The input sequence is also called query sequence. Okay. This one. Next, tools may be categorized into following categories. Number of tools available, bioinformatics tools available, that categorized into four based on the function of particular tool. Okay, first one, homology and similarity tools. Second, protein functional analysis. Next, structural analysis. Next, sequential analysis. First, homology and similarity tools. That the term homology implies a evolutionary relations between two traits. It implies a relations, identify relations between two traits. Also, it analyzes degree of similarity between two sequence, or homology similarity between two sequence. Next, protein functional analysis. It used to analyze or identify the both coding and non-coding gene. Next one, it used to compare protein sequence to the secondary protein database. Usually the primary protein database are less information, which contain less information. The secondary database consists of much information when compared with primary. It has information, secondary database has much information about motif, signature, protein domains, that functions, etc. Next, structural analysis. It also a group of bioinformatics tools coming under structural analysis. That means compare the structures with known database. We have an unknown structure. Okay. Next, sequence analysis. Analyze or compare the query sequence against data bank sequence. Okay. For example, the query means usually input sequence. Okay. If you are doing practical, then we cannot, for a single practical, we cannot contribute a new protein or new DNA. In that case, you download a DNA from already available data banks, for example NCB or DDBJ. Then we used the downloader sequence as a query sequence and analyze the data. So what will happen? In the result column, it shows at least one data shows 100% similarity, because we are isolated from data banks only, already available, no. So it shows 100% similarity, 100 to slowly decrease. Okay. Next, bioinformatics tools. Okay. These are the bioinformatics tools. First of all, BLAST. It's a basic local alignment search tool used to compare. Initially, it was developed to compare nucleic acid sequence. Later, it was developed into both nucleic acid and protein sequence. Analyze or compare the protein and nucleic acid sequence. Also, translated nucleotides, against protein data bank. Likewise, it was developed. Now, it is a group of, not a group, it is a family of program. Okay. For example, BLAST, BLASTN, BLASTP. BLASTP means BLAST protein. It used to compare the protein data query against or protein data input against protein data bank. Likewise, BLASTN, BLASTP, PSI BLAST, PHI BLAST, BLAST2 sequence, etc. Also, some specialized type of BLAST also recently developed specially for human, microbial and some other genomes. Next, FASTA. The FASTA is described by David Lippmann and Pearson. It was the first widely used algorithm. The developed persons think it is a fast program. When they create it, they think it it give result in within a seconds. So they named us FASTA. But unfortunately, it is little slow. Okay. Next, K-tube. K-tube only decide the sensitivity and speed of the search result. From we can modify the K-tube value from 1 to anything. If the default value of K-tube in FASTA format is 3. Okay, we can reduce the value or increase the value. If we reduce the K-tube value, we can get highly sensitive result. That means highly accurate result. But it take time. How means? If the, for example, if you are in an assembly, then assembled yours in 10. Then if anyone missed in a particular line, the counting person will count as a 10. If it's a second line as 9, the person count 10 like that they will go. One person missed. Like that, the computers also possible to make mistake when they compare the huge amount of data. So, 1 by 1 means it gives better result. Okay. That means another, the K-tube value specifies the size of word. If you need to get high result in very soon, you can fix the value in 10 or 15 like that. Next, emboss. It's a large group of bioinformatics tools. It consists of more than 100 programs or application or tools that used to analyze the sequence. Okay, this is the emboss website. Next, Cluster W. Cluster W calculates the best match for the selected sequence. Also, one thing you can, before bioinformatic tools, the scientists align or compare the two. Scientists can compare two lines effectively. More than two lines means they make mistakes. Because it shows ACT, ATCG like that, like it may confused. Okay, so that the computer oriented bioinformatic tools gives better result to identify or similarity search or find out the difference, etc. Next, Cluster W is a multiple sequence alignment tool. The BLAST and FASTA can analyze only two sequence. Okay, one is query, another one the query sequence against data bank. Cluster W can analyze more than two sequence, compare with within the sequence. Next, RASMAL. It's a visualization tool used to visualize the structure. We can identify the position of particular protein or peptides or amino acids, or we can identify the difference between two amino acids. We can find the location of particular amino acids. We can color the particular amino acid like that.